Yo, what's up everybody? So as you guys did see by the setup thumbnail, I'm going to be going over all the new changes which we got with the new Draven Empire vehicle effects / sound effects in Draven Empire. And let's get straight into it because there's kind of a long list of things. Not very like much of a long list, but it is pretty cool. And I'm just going to go over everything that's basically new. I've kind of done this before, but I'm just going to do it with a little bit of more detail. So let's get straight to it. Let me spawn one of my fastest cars, the Koenigsegg Jesko. And first option which we could see here in the changelog is motion blur. So motion blur, this is pretty self-explanatory. We could see right here, we are driving and everything looks very blurry. Like look, everything's getting a lot more blurry around us. So yes, we could see that is one of the first options. Also right here in the settings, you could actually toggle this off or on. So motion blur off or on, we could see I have it off now. And we have the speed line still, but we can see everything's a lot more clear. And you know, the sense of speed isn't really as good. Then we turn it on and we could see everything's a lot more blurry around us. Looks a lot more realistic to how it would in real life. And then also we could see that when we're accelerating, we have camera shake, which is another one. So, oh my god, I cannot drive. We could see right here that when I actually started to accelerate, the camera shakes, which is very cool. Kind of how real life it would, like when you actually accelerate, your vehicle shakes. So that is very cool. Another one which I actually forgot to go over is kind of the new character animation. So we could see now here that we actually have two of the hands on the wheel. So before it was kind of broken, but we actually have the two hands on the wheel. Also a little cool thing. So let me get back in it actually. So I get back in it and we could see that my character's like feet. Oh, let me actually, you know, stop it real quick. As I was saying, your character actually fits in it now. You're not actually clipping through the seats anymore. Like you're not clipping through the bottom, I mean. And we could see that you're actually like, you know, you can actually fit in the car. It actually has the feet right here. So it looks a lot more better and it's a lot more realistic. And we could see the new hand animations. Look how cool that looks, man. That looks amazing. Look at that. My character, the new hand animations, that looks really cool. And I'll tell you, we're actually reversing. Look at that. It actually looks back. Obviously, there's like zero visibility on a Jesko really, but we can see that the character actually tilts its head back like it would in real life to reverse, which is very cool. And yeah, that is really nice. Let me try to show you guys another one real quick. And here we go. We see it that the character is actually putting their hands up a little bit. It does it just for a little bit, but we got it right there. That's pretty cool. We can see right there, it does like a little resting animation where, yeah, there we go. It's doing it again, which is very cool. I do like that a lot. But moving on, we have the Speedline PFX, I believe. So Speedline PFX, if you guys don't know what it is, let me get out real quick and I can kind of show you guys better. It's kind of what you see all around you. Yeah, all these white lines, like, you know, action lines, whatever you want to call them. Okay, that's broken. All these action lines, like, you know, you're going really fast. That's basically what the Speedline PFX is. Obviously, you're going quicker in the game, so it's kind of showing you this, as you guys could see. And yeah, it is very cool. It obviously gives you the effect that you're going a lot faster in the game, and the sense of speed is overall a lot better. So yeah, that's really cool. Then we have camera FOV, roll, and yaw. So I don't really know what the roll and yaw means, but basically I know what the camera FOV is. And yeah, I mean, the FOV is a lot different. So we can accelerate, and we can see, look how wide the FOV is. So we're driving normally like this. Looks pretty normal, right? Let me actually go ahead and toggle it off. You could toggle all of this off actually if you guys want. So field of view effects, we can turn it off, and look how it actually is. Like, look, this is how the game was before. You can only customize the FOV really by just kind of, you know, like zooming in and out. But then if we turn it back on, look how different it is. We get close. I mean, you know, we accelerate, I mean, and then it kind of gets a little bit closer. So yeah, it's a really cool effect. It's honestly kind of crazy, like how different it actually makes the game look. Like, look, we turn it off. Wrong setting. Hold on. We actually go ahead and turn it off. And look, it's so close. It's just like, I don't know. It's kind of weird, honestly, but then we turn it on, it's a lot more realistic. It's a lot more like animated and stuff. So yeah. Then moving on, we have woozing sound effect, and let me show you guys. So if we go really fast, I'm gonna just like let you guys listen real quick. There we go. We can hear it right here. Yeah, and it also speeds up with the car. That's very cool. And it's very realistic in real life when you would actually go past something. If you guys have like ever been like maybe at a red light and a car goes by you going really fast, it actually does like that little whoosh sound effect because it's going really quick. So yeah, it's very cool and a lot more realistic. I'm honestly a huge fan of that. Then we have collisions VFX. So we already had this in the game basically for a little bit. Well, let's say I crash into my NASCAR car right here. We can see it does little sparks right there. I just crashed into that person. And we can basically see that it does little sparks. It's honestly not too different. Just does a little bit of more sparks, honestly. So that's really the only difference. But it is like a cool, nice detail showing that it's actually, you know, making collision and crashing into something else. So that's pretty cool in my opinion. Then we have destructible object overhaul. So basically what that means is the way you destroy objects now is very much different. So look how the pole falls. Let's see. Let's destroy some like other things. So let's just go over these poles. And the way which you actually destroy them is different, even the sound. So if you guys go ahead and listen real quick, you saw my car like even lifted up right there, which is crazy. So yeah, the way in which you actually destroy things is completely overhauled and it's a lot different. And we can see that my car actually shakes when I hit things also. So look, See, my car's shaking, which is really nice. Look at that. Look how cool that is. And the sound it makes. Yeah, so this is a very, very cool feature. Very realistic how you would actually probably hit things in real life. I mean, it'd probably be a lot more damage, but that is a really, really cool feature. And then moving on, we have glow and break disc. This is probably my favorite one, I'm not gonna lie. So let's get my car to go super, super fast. And we are now at full speed. Let's slow down. And we could see that the brakes are literally on fire here. I cannot drive my car, but we could see that it is glowing bright red. Let me get a top speed real quick. I want to show you guys the glowing brake disc a little better. Let's go 400 miles per hour. And I'm going to show you guys how it, kind of glows. And boom. Look at that. Look how cool that is. It's literally glowing and it's making smoke, if you guys could actually see that. I don't know if you guys could see that, but it actually makes smoke, which is crazy. And it's on basically every car, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even think they have to have ceramic brakes. Even the Porsche GT3 RS. I know for a fact this one actually does have ceramic brakes, but yeah, even a slower car like this, we can see we slow down and it starts glowing right there. Very cool. And we see the smoke right there. If you guys can actually see that, it makes smoke, which is cool. Like, it actually shows how hot it is, so it makes smoke, which is actually crazy. And then yeah, basically the only thing we have which is new besides that is full haptic support, which is basically, I believe, now on PlayStation and on mobile, when you're actually driving and stuff, it vibrates and stuff like that. So let's say you're hitting nitrous, it would actually vibrate. You crash into something, it vibrates. So that's a pretty cool thing if you guys play either of those, PlayStation or mobile, on Driving Empire. And yeah, now I want to get to the settings of this. So all the settings which we have, which are basically new, we have motion blur. This one's self-explanatory. It blurs everything around you. We can see it's already kind of blurry right here. We turn it off. It's a lot less blurry, a lot clearer. If you don't really want that, maybe that makes you a little, motion sick, whatever. I don't think it's really that bad, but if you don't want it on, then you don't need to have it on. So you can turn that off. Camera shake, pretty self-explanatory. You're going fast, the camera starts shaking from the acceleration. Let's say I turn both of these off. Game looks very, very different. We still have the speed lines, but we have no motion blur, no camera shake. So yeah, looks very, very different. You can turn both of those off. Wind particles, I believe, is, yeah, those little like speed line things, those would be the wind particles. Looks a lot different. Then we have field of view effects. If you were to go ahead and turn that off, we could see it's very much different, kind of how the game used to be. You kind of just control it by zooming. So let's say I had all of these off basically, and yeah, we could see the before and after. Here we have the field of view, and then we turn it off. Very much different, we could see right there. And then for the final option which we have in graphics is camera roll, which I'm not really sure what this is. Let me go ahead and turn it off. I'm assuming the camera roll is how like the camera actually rolls around in the game. That's kind of what I'm assuming. So let's see, I have it on. Yeah, I think camera roll is kind of hard to tell, but it's kind of how the camera like rolls. Like, you see, yeah, let me go ahead and turn it off now, and we can see it's kind of like a little bit different. It's kind of how the motion of the camera kind of goes around, if that kind of makes sense. It's kind of hard to see, honestly, but yeah, it's kind of hard to see. But yeah, let's go ahead and turn all of these back on. Then the other vehicle options which we have is, now we have a new vehicle section. So you click on vehicles, and then we click on vehicle IK. I'm not really sure what that means. Then here we have react to music, which I actually believe is really, really cool. So let's say I turn on the radio. Hold on. I can't really get my character to do it right now, but I'll probably pop it up on the screen. Your character actually starts dancing when it hears music, which is very, very cool. For example, maybe dealership music, stuff like that. It actually starts doing that, which is actually crazy, and it's really, really nice. Then moving on, for the other options we have is grab panic candles. Basically what I believe is all this really does, as you guys see, when my character was actually putting, like, I don't know how to explain it, when it was putting its arm up here, like right around this area, how it does for like a resting animation. I guess you could just turn that off so it doesn't actually do that. Velocity physics, I'm not completely sure what this means. On and off. So let's go ahead and turn this off real quick. Velocity physics, I'm kind of just assuming it's kind of how the physics of everything looks when you're actually going like quicker. So I guess that changes it a little bit. Fit character to seat, you could have that off if you wanted to for whatever reason. I don't really know why you'd want that off, but I guess if you don't want your character to fit exactly, you can turn that off. And then look towards camera, so we can have this off, which I believe, so we could see that I'm tilting my head around, my character's not moving. So if I turn this on, I believe, there we go, my character's actually moving. We could see its head moving. Look at that. So if I'm in first person and I'm looking side to side, it would actually show that I'm looking side to side, which is cool. So it's looking towards the camera basically. And one last thing I forgot to mention is the new sound effects does not mean like new like sound effects on the cars. All the cars sound the exact same. Only thing that it kind of means is when you're going past stuff, is actually going to make noise and stuff like that. You crash into something, it's going to make noise. That's really the only thing which is new. And that's pretty much it. The cars sound the same, so if you guys are wondering if that, includes cars, sound effects on cars, no. They sound basically the exact same. It just kind of refers to like the wind when you're like going past something, when you're crashing into something. That's really the only new sound effects. And yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope this video helped you guys. Have a good one, everybody, and bye.